the No Life Digital Podcast. How is everyone doing this fine evening? Back from holiday vacation. We still have Christmas and the New Year's coming up, but we're here for you. Got some gaming news to chat about. Guy has sold cocaine off of his PS4. We're going to talk about Valve's excuse for not coming out with Half-Life 3, which do be predicted. We're going to talk about how Quantic Dream lost their lawsuit and they lost their court case. And we're going to talk about the Irishman, MacBook Pro 16. Larry and Sergey have left Alphabet. Lots of news to cover. So we're going to get into it. Let's go. Let's bring on the co-hosts. Co-hosts, what's up, homies?
Yep.
What up?
How was your Thanksgivings?
It was good, but it was busy then. It's still busy now, and I'm running on 2 days of no sleep. So let's go. Just gonna get ranty this episode.
Mine was uneventful. Nothing special.
Yeah,
Simple.
very chill. I love Thanksgiving though. I love chilling. That's why.
Sky, I don't do any of the hustle and bustle. I don't go out shopping. It's great. I just relax.
There's no reason to do Black Friday anymore. All the good sales are online. They've ruined it.
I got the one thing I wanted in store on Black Friday. I did go and get it on Sunday when it was still there available as a manager special.
I wound up going out to the store, not to buy anything, but I did site to store shipping and went just to pick something up. And even that was like, I was surprised. I went into Dick's Sporting Goods. And I'm like, why is this place really actually is packed? I don't get it.
Everywhere's packed on Black Friday.
Yeah, I think the only thing I did is I picked up a few Yeti mugs.
Okay. Dick's makes sense to me though. Like any type of like athletic store, like that totally makes sense where it's like, hey dude, if you've got $100 off the $1,000 treadmill, take it.
So they had 25% off pretty much everything. And that was one of the things is like I was looking at picking up a few stuff because my brother got me a Yeti bottle a while back and I love the damn thing. It's really great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So I was like, oh, I want the top cap that has like the wide mouth chug where I don't have to also pretty much inhale my ice. And the Yeti website has no deals whatsoever. Then I saw that Dick's had 25% off everything and that included Yeti products. I was like, okay, well I'll just do that then.
There you go. I went to REI Co-op, which is like a outdoors camping style store, and just bought everything there. They had huge deals, and I love all of the brands that they carry. And
It's like an LL Bean.
Yeah, sort of.
Stuff like that.
It's like that meets
yeah.
like Bass Pro Fishing, if that makes any sense.
It's another outdoors sporting / kind of store. I know REI.
I love it. There's one right by you, Marlton.
Yeah,
go to that one all the time.
Never actually been to that one.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's huge. It's a big one. Yeah, but load it up there because that stuff gets expensive. You have to wait for sales for all that stuff. It can get really expensive.
Dude, I mean, I was a Boy Scout until I was 18. I know exactly how expensive camping gear gets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like Yeti is a camping company, and
that's also that was kind of my point where it's like, no, dude, I expect Dick's and like REI, like Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
Fucking
even just like a single person
Cabela's.
tent is pricey.
Cabela's. Even like MC Sports Style or like Academy Sports, stuff like that, dude. All of those I expect.
I gotta give it up to Cabela's, man. When they carry some of their like really good products, I think they carry like the Carhartts.
Dude, fuck Cabela's.
Why fucking Cabela's?
They're from Michigan, so I have to deal with growing up. I had to deal with way too many Cabela's. Like
Carhartt
Cabela's
jackets?
is the Carhartt of yeah.
To be fair though, I mean Carhartts are friggin' warm as hell.
They're great.
No, they're
jackets.
like they are great, and like Cabela makes some really good shit. But for like every really good thing Cabela's makes, they make like 30 other pieces of bullshit that everyone will still try to pedal down your throat, and then just be like, I gotta get my pickup truck and my Cabela's and go buy my gun.
And don't forget the truck nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're okay. I'm ragging too hard. They are a little bit classier than that, but like it's still just
Yeah, Cabela's is pretty cool.
Some of their stuff just got like over the top.
What's the outdoor sporting shop that you expect to find truck nuts at?
Probably Bass Pro.
Bass Pro,
Shop.
right? Yeah.
That one is a little bit hillbilly.
That Tractor Supply.
Yeah, Tractor
Supply.
As I've gotten older, though, I've been more into like those types of
And
brands, like the outdoor.
I was also gonna say, yeah, that's also like I'm ragging on Tractor Supply, but dude, I would totally shop at Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply is great.
Dude, if you need ammo boxes, Tractor Supply, that's your fucking homeboys. All I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I love all that shit now, and that they had really good deals at REI. They had good deals at Backcountry. They had good deals. There was like no deals at Best Buy. There was like a few things, but nothing that I really needed.
I did go to Best Buy actually. I forgot. I did go to Best Buy on Black Friday because it was next door to where we went to go eat. So it was like, fine, I'll go check it out.
I didn't go in, but it is right next door to the Dick's I was at.
Yeah,
It's next door to everything.
Yeah, so we're next door. I waited in, dude. It was bad.
I mean, they have good like
website.
TV sales. They have good TV sales.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did check their website, and I guess maybe I haven't noticed because maybe I think the last time I looked at TVs was 2 Black Fridays ago.
Yeah.
But the price of 4K UHDs have definitely gone down.
Oh yeah, that now is the time to get
like, I'm seeing them for like even like LG and Samsung for like $250 for a 45-inch, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's not bad.
Well, we're
at
in the
all.
we're in like this awkward period between like OLED and micro LED. That's going to be the
8K.
new sort of thing, and 8K. There's like a bunch of new TV tech coming out, so they're just gonna drop all the 4K stuff as much as possible because they still haven't sold as well as HD. So they have to get rid of all this 4K inventory. I think most of these like companies' sales are just all like smart devices, like iPhones and shit like that.
I think the pricing was slightly part of that, and the other part was 4K definitely felt like
what
it was there were lots of people who were just totally happy not buying the TV and just I got HD. I don't really need 4K. Like
you do really
nice,
need 4K.
Don't really need it.
Well, you need HDR.
I'm the kind of guy.
HDR, yeah.
I think you need 4K too. I'm the kind of guy when I first saw 4K, I was like, holy shit, what? We're living in the dark ages with 1080p. Then I get the 4K, and then you see the HDR. I'm like, holy shit, I have to get the OLED HDR. And so I'm like that type of guy that will upgrade his TV when new tech comes out. But I am 1% of 1%. And, most people, they're looking at their phones, right? They're looking at, which are really good displays. Like smartphone displays are excellent because they're so tiny.
My phone's display is a lot better probably than either of the monitors or my TV.
Oh, absolutely. And it just destroyed the TV market. I mean, I know a lot of people that have one TV, it's an HD TV, and it's never turned on. They're just always on their phones and their computers.
My TV gets use every Sunday during football season for Red Zone, and that's it.
See, I'm a home theater buff, so I like watching like my shows and movies and like give it to me. I want all the pixels. I want all of your Dolby Atmos audio. But like I said, I'm like I've invested in this since I was like 17.
Yeah,
so
you're the hardcore enthusiast.
Yeah, I mean this is just something I'm into.
Well, that's like I definitely will also say I definitely use it a lot more now that I'm not just living by myself, but like also have a nicer TV setup. I bother actually using it a lot.
Yeah, you
want to
go in and watch a movie and
Well, yeah, and or it's like okay, if there's like I save certain even YouTube videos. I save certain ones where it's like, well, yeah, no, I'm gonna go watch the camera like channels on something that's gonna actually show a camera channel justice.
Yeah.
Like and stuff like that.
When you get the trailers for games where they're like, oh, check out their stunning new game, which is now in 4K. But you're not seeing it in 4K because you're watching it on a 1080p monitor
or your phone.
Or your phone.
Honestly,
all the phones.
I will say though, but like let's be real. For most games, it really doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
I definitely noticed it the most. My brother has the 4K. He's got a curved 4K TV. Like I noticed it the most with sports.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, like sports and like actual people and animals and like things your eyes are naturally adjusted to seeing versus like computer generated graphics. That it's you can tell a difference, but it's like Ooh, it's a little bit clearer, but like you're not getting, it's not the same as like HDR and like actually getting like the noticeable difference from that resolution where it's like, oh, I can see like pores now and like,
Yeah, the
oh,
skin
dude,
tones are like even, and they
yeah.
I
And
mean,
then you
if you
start reviewing footage and you can start seeing like little fucking hairs that your own eyes can't even see and bullshit.
and like
And that's why I find it kind of funny, like how Sony has gone on record going, "Oh, PS5 would be capable of doing 8K," and in my
Well, it's
part,
also because
it's like,
they have an 8K TV.
that's why they do that. Yeah,
oh, of
they
course,
they
I mean,
have
Sony
to
they
make
have
it
they
to
have
work.
the baller ass best 8K TV they really want you to
And
buy.
Yeah.
how much does it cost?
Oh, it's a lot of money.
I think their top
Five
one's like
grand?
80. No, I think their top one's more like 80.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's
But-
just they have to do it though. They have to make it compatible.
You better be getting a
Yeah.
free PS5.
Well,
when
it's
you
not
buy
even
that.
it's not even that. Like the most compelling argument I've seen for a lot of that is the only ones that have come out so far have been like flagship products,
Right.
obviously. So like
It's
all of
just
the
like
money is
dick waving.
yeah. Well, it's not even so much that, it's not even all of the money isn't even going into like the actual quality. Like it's somewhat going into the quality of the pixels and the quality of the TV. Dude, almost all of that money's going into software because they're just trying to make the best upscaler they possibly can.
Well,
Like,
also
that's
it's like
the biggest reason why I could see going 8K.
the TV industry has always kind of been like the racing industry, where it's like you have these manufacturers that make like these racing like supercars that they go to F1 or they go to some of the other tracks that they showcase like this is the
Yeah.
best that we can do.
Or
And
you
it's
just
pretty
make
cool.
a fucking futuristic Cybertruck and try to drag a fucking F-150 with it.
I think the Cybertruck is dope. I think it looks so sick.
I think it's I'm like super torn on it because part of me absolutely loves it. Part of me knows I could never actually drive it. But then there's like a third part of me where it's like, okay, if you could just like change like a few things, which you can't because it's basic, like you'd have to fucking weld the body basically, it would be pretty awesome.
See, I think this is where we should go with vehicles. I think we need to kind of go in this realm, and someone's got to be the first to do it. And Tesla just makes sense to do it. It's not like my most ideal futuristic vehicle, but I would certainly buy this.
Dude,
And
bring
it's
the
pretty cheap. It starts
Cybertruck.
pretty cheap.
Bring the Cybertruck to a Rocket League. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like a Rocket League truck.
There's a petition that people are trying to get signed to bring the Cybertruck to Rocket League.
You know what's sad?
Well,
You know what's
What?
sad is that during his thing when he smashed his window,
he
it
smashes
took,
the
it took
bulletproof
all
windows.
of the press away from how awesome the truck is, man.
I know.
Because it's like
Well,
you
no,
have
it
this
is still really
amazing
fucking
truck.
cool. It's a bulletproof truck that goes like if you max it out at 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
It's faster than
And
most
it's
cars on
like-
the road.
And it's gonna be affordable.
It's gonna be. It starts at like
it's-
30 grand.
starts at
Like,
four,
when
it starts
comes
at
to
40,
trucks,
but okay, this is the problem with Tesla. This is the problem with the Model 3, and I think it's going to be the problem with the Cybertruck is the Tesla 3 starts at 30 grand.
Yeah.
The Cybertruck starts at 40 grand. You don't buy the base model. You don't.
Yeah. Well, people who buy it don't.
Not
It's a,
to
buy- aren't
it's a
gonna buy
60
this.
grand truck and it's a 60 grand car.
not to mention
Most
the,
most vehicles are like that too.
the infrastructure for charging stations is not super wide.
Right.
like it
That's
should
my
be.
It's
biggest
getting-
to
worry.
be.
That's
it's
my
getting
It's
biggest
getting better, but
It's
it's
getting
not
better, but-
there yet.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the problem that I've been seeing down here now that I moved to the south, they're like next to the Best Buy, there's actually a charging station. But this was actually a major problem down here for Black Friday. There's actually still too few charging stations that there's a dealer down here for Tesla. So there's enough people actually getting Teslas that on Black Friday, there was like 4-hour waits at the supercharger to even be able to charge it for a half hour. Because there's now more people who have Teslas down here than there are charging stations
And
for
that's
like
the thing.
Black Friday
It's
and shit.
like I don't know what the truck is gonna have in terms of range. I know that the Model 3 has a 250 range.
It's
Sort
it's
of.
like 300.
It's got like
I
a
think.
150
I-
to 250 range.
See,
I know that
I
the
don't-
Lumber
I don't-
model
I
has a
don't-
150.
I've listened to a lot of people's reviews.
They're saying
and I see-
250 to 500. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that's so fucking massive and such a different, like, huge leap. Where like this is the biggest complaint I've heard from former Tesla owners who have sold their Tesla is that Tesla just fucking makes up the range, basically.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like they're like
That's
that's what
rough.
it sounds like. Where the reason why theirs is so much bigger than everyone else's it is if you like drive like an absolute grandma, but you're not going to buy a Model S and drive like a grandma. So like you're actually getting the same as everyone else or worse. Even though it's rated at 250, 300, it really still is like 120, like the Volt or whatever.
And that's the thing is like I don't even know where the closest like station to me would be. Let me see. Is there like a map list?
There's one right on 70.
I'm just
One around
ragging on it
70?
because I still
Yeah,
want
okay.
one. And I'm ragging it out of love because it needs to get better and I want it to keep getting better.
I love it. I can't get a Tesla until I'm absolutely confident that
You have a house that you can actually
you could charge it
you can
anywhere.
put a charger in.
Yeah, and you're not waiting 30 minutes for it to charge.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I don't have 30 minutes when I'm driving. You know what I mean? That's insane. I want to be able to boop, plop it in. You like 1 minute and you're out off the door. So that's why I can't get into Tesla right now. Plus, I still like gas engines. You know, I think gas engines are great, but they're winning me over, man. Like this truck is sick. I would love this model sort of like design in all of the other Teslas, like in the cars. I think that would be a lot better. But this is a good start, so pretty cool.
Honestly, it's growing on me. Like I said, I think if it was changed a little bit, I would like it a little bit more if it wasn't as radical, but I do like the idea of it being more boxier and futuristic versus the cars, which are a little bit too curved for my liking.
Yeah, they're definitely like
It's
more
just they're
like
going-
Porsche style.
They're going so extremes. Like the cars are way too curvy, and now they release a truck that's just straighter than all hell.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the charging stations. Yeah, there's the one on 70 in Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
But if like that is
That's it.
anywhere like unless I'm going to Tom's River, there is nothing in Jersey.
Nah.
No, you would have to set one up at your house,
Yeah, and that's like something
which is fine. I mean, it'll get you to the next charging
do,
station,
but
but
it's such a pain in the
I'm
ass.
not
That's- yeah.
confident in that. You know what I mean?
Right.
How
And then-
Yeah,
confident-
no,
that's a
neither,
big
I'm
part-
not
well,
either.
Then, well, like, for me too, like my biggest thing is like, okay, so I have a charging station within a mile of me, and it's near like the most of the places where you'd go and use it. You know what I mean? In town, sounds great. In 2 weeks here, I'm driving
Right.
all the way across the U.S. for 3 weeks to visit family.
Right. You have to
I-
map
I
out
can't
where you gotta go.
I can't take that.
No.
Like it's already a 12-hour drive. If I have to sit there every 2 hours and charge it, now it's a fucking 30-hour drive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just a
They're-
huge
they're-
problem for me.
And I have to do
They're-
this every like 4 times a year. Like that's not feasible for
They're
me.
not designed for cross country rides.
No.
They're not. I don't
And that's
even know
why
if
I don't. That's why I'm so
Ghost
disappointed
would be
because
hard, too.
I want it so like, why doesn't every gas station have like one Tesla charger at least? That way you know, holy shit, I gotta go to this place. I don't have to map out. I have to go to this station, to this station, to this station. You know, God
Wait in
forbid
line at the
something
station.
happens.
See,
Yeah.
and that's like where I don't know if it becomes an economic thing where the gas station's going to want to cut.
Oh,
For
totally.
sure, they're gonna want to
Totally.
cut,
And
and
yeah,
they
and
deserve.
that's-
They deserve a cut.
Dude, it's a logistics issue, which like
Yeah.
the logistics issues are hard to solve, especially because they have to keep moving more product to make it feasible to put more of these stations in places.
Right. It's
But
just a
it's-
start. You know, we're still early in it.
But at the same time, they have to figure out the situation where they're getting to where they're actually shipping product, but who knows how that fucking company is managed, to be honest. Who knows how much money they're actually making, and it's not all just SpaceX. And because now like I'm saying down here, we have one charging station. Dude, I see three Teslas every day at least. Like there's a shit ton down here, but there's still only a charging station.
yeah, I see a
don't get
few
me-
in
and-
Philly.
And don't get me
And
wrong,
it's
I
dude,
love
and this city is like almost all rentals. Almost no one owns a house here, so almost no one actually has like a charging station in their house.
Yeah.
They all have to go to the charging station.
And then, like I said, like for me personally, like I love the way the Model 3 looks.
Me
I would
too.
like to drive it. I would like to test drive it really bad. I really want to try it out.
They're awesome.
But as
They're
far as
awesome.
the looks go, like I love it. I would totally want to buy one, but it's just not feasible for me to do so.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm
like-
there's no reliability, there's no confidence in them. Tesla as the company is it's a
Maybe in 10
disaster.
years.
The companies, I mean, you speak to like traders in the industry, and it's just like
Dude, it's a
everyone's
fucking
shorting
money
Tesla.
pit.
Everyone's shorting
Yeah.
Tesla. They don't
Well,
know
no,
how to
because
spend
it's-
money.
It's a fucking money pit. Like it's like I don't like I want Tesla to succeed, but I have no like how the fuck is Tesla still a company? Like
But
honestly,
Elon Musk has the power of
They're private
means.
investors. There's people dumping that want them to
No,
succeed.
it's-
They're dumping tons
exactly
of money.
no,
into
it's
Tesla.
private investors, aka it's SpaceX, and a bunch
like
of other
Saudi
just
Arabia.
and a bunch of other angel investors. Like that's all it is. Who just constantly are losing money and just piling it
Yeah,
more.
they will. I think eventually they will be profitable. They will be.
No, I
that
think
sort
they
of
will.
company.
I still think we're still probably 10, 20 years from that, but I think that
Yeah.
eventually they will, and I want them to be.
Yeah, it's just it's going to be about 10, 20 years before I think this becomes an actual reality, which is upsetting because the Teslas they're excellent cars, and I want every car manufacturer to make a car like a Tesla. It's just they
It's
need
like
help and no one's helping them, to be
like
honest.
like right now, it's the issue they have basically is they're a very expensive electric scooter.
Yeah, and we know how
Like,
those went.
well, dude, I'd still even buy an electric scooter because I still like them, but it's like that's kind of what it feels like to me, where it's
Well, it's just a logistics nightmare, like you were saying.
exactly. It's like it's a fantastic option for getting around town, but
Yeah.
that's it.
All right, let's get into this. Let's talk about Halo, Doobie. Doobie's been playing Halo, the Halo Master Collection on PC. How is it?
Good. I played a little bit of the campaign. I played some multiplayer with some friends. I played keyboard and mouse for a little bit. I played controller for a little bit. Keyboard and mouse, though. You got to check. Like, it takes a little bit to figure out your sensitivities, but
How did you play it with a controller, dude?
I had it plugged in.
Doobie.
I had to try.
Doobie.
I had to try it.
Okay.
The option is there. I have to test it.
Okay. I guess.
Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. You know.
Fair.
It was
like-
okay on controller. Like, it felt like Halo does, but
Yeah, Halo's always been like they made it for the controller.
Yeah, but since everybody else is on keyboard and mouse, you can tell who's on controller and who's not, of course. Sniping feels great on the keyboard and mouse, I'll tell you that. It's Reach, which is the multiplayer that I'm probably the least versed in, since I played a lot of Halo 3, a decent bit of ODST's multiplayer. Reach was kind of like near the end of Halo for me. It was kind of the last. Like, I played Halo 4, but I hated Halo 4. But yeah, no, Reach it's solid. It's $10 if you only want Reach. They're $10 for each title, which is Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, and ODST. Or you can buy it for $40. Right now, only Reach is available on PC. They're going to release each game over time, which I'm hoping they don't take like 6 months in between releases. I don't think they will. And I actually like it better that they're releasing it this way, so that they're not releasing one broken product and having to fix all of it. Instead, they can just fix it over time.
So what's the more popular one?
Reach? It depends. Reach was really popular. Reach was also like, I remember when the beta for Reach came out, I was freshman year and we all like huddled around the Xbox in our dorms, like kind of like what's it called? Like the kind of the communal area. Yeah. And I remember we were all trading the controller off, playing like online Halo Reach beta. But for me, Halo 3 was my game.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course Halo 2 was the online multiplayer that really sold Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people have nostalgia for 2, 3, and Reach. As far as most popular, for me, I would say 3.
That's the one most people are playing right now?
Well, PC only has Reach right now.
Oh, right.
They're releasing them over time, and they haven't specified in what order they're coming out in. So it could be Halo CE, then 2, then 3, then ODST. It could be Halo 3, 2, 1. I have no idea. But it's fun. They got lots of matchmaking options. There's competitive. There's seasons. So right now it's season 1. A lot of your equipment is locked behind that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's got Griffball. There's Slayer, Sniper, Infection, Invasion, Big Battle. As far as frame rate goes and graphics, looks great. It take up to a few times here and there. It's hung up for like a second in game, and then it goes right immediately away. And I'm playing on not performance mode. I'm playing on the like the visual graphic heavy mode, just to test it out. It's it feels pretty well optimized for PC.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, and it is included, I believe, on the Xbox Games Pass. So if you have Game Pass,
Oh, nice.
you can get Reach on PC included.
Dude,
You do
by
have
the
to
way,
go.
Star Wars was on
you-
Origin Pass, so I was able to get that for free. Technically,
Will
for
say
free.
though that you will have to go through the Microsoft Store and not Steam to do that with Games Pass.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how I got it.
So-
Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds was that way.
And everything is tied in through your like Xbox gamer tag, your Xbox Live. So you can, I think you can join friends through Steam, but you can invite them. And then Steam really doesn't even matter once you're in the game itself. Steam is kind of feels really much just like here's where you can buy the game and open the game from.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything in the game is run through the game, like through that gamer tag. And you can find friends and add friends in game using gamer tags. So it's not too bad. Like I said, it plays great, it looks great, it feels great. I'm trying to get used to Halo because I'm playing a lot of Apex. So like playing Halo again is like I can't really, unless you're using the sprint function. There's no sliding. You are slow, and the assault rifle takes forever to kill anybody. I will say there's been a few minor issues I have with the game that I would like it to have more. The sound is bad.
Oh, I heard about it. I heard like the guns sound muffled.
They sound so muffled. It's nothing has a nothing packs a punch. Everything, like the whole audio mix is muddled, which is really unfortunate because when I shoot my gun, I want to hear it go pop.
Their sound design used to be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping they will patch it. I expect them to eventually patch that because it is, when you're playing a game with guns and everything sounds muddled, it really kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's a big draw to the game.
Dude, your mic is a little low, by the way. It's like dropping low.
Pop the gain up a little bit. But yeah, so there was some the sound design is definitely one of my problems with it. I want my snipers, I want my pistols, I want my assault rifles, I want them all to pop. And I don't get that. It doesn't feel like they're popping. So everything kind of feels muddled, which also makes the game feel a little more sluggish because it already feels sluggish because it's Halo.
Yeah.
You're not some of these other faster paced shooters that have come out recently. Even the new COD is a bit more fast paced. You remember that Halo's your movement speed is slow. You are a slow bastard. And then that, it's pretty good. That sound design is that's a big con right now.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna get patched. They'll patch that. That seems like it's just part of the something fucked up. Maybe it's not the sample rates are lower. It sounds like because when I heard it, it sounded like there's sampling issues, and not necessarily that's how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah, there's some the sample issues or the files are too low. I'm not sure, but it definitely sounds like the whole mix is muddled. It sounds like I'm in water.
Yeah.
You're not getting that. When you play COD, when you play the new Call of Duty, and you hear those guns pop, you hear that sniper pop, you hear that crack. It's great. And assault rifle, I'm hearing
it's like
very it
so
sounds like
dumb.
a muffler.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Sounds like a muffler.
And that is then for me it doesn't take away from the fun, but it definitely doesn't make the game feel as responsive as I want it to be.
I might have to check it out. I got the pass and I haven't played Reach. At least I don't think I have.
Reach's campaign is really good, actually.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, so I would say play the campaign. It's definitely their most quote unquote cinematic campaign.
All right.
Play 2 or 3 or 1. Play 1.
One's campaign is Silent Cartographer. Come on.
I thought they were all. I thought all the campaigns were pretty good.
With the exception of the library. The library can suck it to a terrible level. But
well, actually, I thought all of the Halos were good. I don't remember playing Reach though, but I remember all of the other ones being
great.
And
they all are I believe Halo 1, 2. Yeah, Halo 1 and 2 have the option to play the OG graphics or the new remastered graphics. So if you want your weird looking polygons and your very sharp edges, you can play the old school Halo 1.
All right. Anyone else playing anything else?
I started Sekiro.
Oh yeah, I want to know your thoughts on it so far.
So far, I haven't gotten to the first like boss. I did kill like my first unique enemy. So the ones that don't respawn. Parry system is great.
Mm-hmm.
Using items is a little different. It's a little more interesting. And the game is just very wide open. So I'm like just wandering. I've found that I probably have a problem where I want to kill everything. Even when I die, I go back. I don't skip enemies. I'll kill them. And I'm finding that I'm
not a problem.
Start running away.
Yeah, you want to do that stuff. You want to get good, essentially. You want to get your parries up and.
Yeah, I know that I've heard of them. Was it the Musakari counter or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a level up counter that you get, and I know that you use that a lot. But I've been using that Hurricane Slash, which I found kills a lot of enemies really quickly. Like destroys their what's that stance thing called? Your meter.
Yeah, their
prone or no posture.
Posture. That's what it is. Posture.
Yeah. That Hurricane Slash just destroys a lot of the small monsters, like small enemies. Their posture just.
I think I'm gonna replay it. I've been craving it ever since I started playing Star Wars again. I think I'm gonna replay it. It's been a while.
I thought there was gonna be more places for me to grapple, but grapple seems to be be finicky sometimes.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a combat game. It's not really a platformer in any way like that.
I wanted to play it a bit stealthily, where I drop in, kill, and then zip right out.
Nah.
I got to the area with the first dude that has like the giant hammer, like the ogre.
Yeah.
That guy just murders you in one shot.
There's gonna be a lot of that. But that's what's so good about it. Like, fuck, it's such a great game. You get to this point where you're like, all right, I'm awesome. I'm awesome at this game. I'm the best parrier. I know how to use all my skills. I have a full tank of fucking Estus. I forget what they call it.
It's gourds.
Is that what it is? Gourds?
Yeah, because you get the gourd seeds.
Yeah, I always just call it Estus from fucking Dark Souls. But yeah, you'll drop in. You're feeling like a fucking boss. You go in, and then you get caught up in with this one guy, right? Maybe it's a couple of enemies, and it takes a couple of Estus flasks away from you. Then you get to another area, and you're pretty far. So you're like, oh shit, okay, still feeling good. You get a little squirrely with things, you get a little reckless, and then all of a sudden, boom, you hit this boss. You just make the boss out alive, and then that's not even the boss. Then you reach the actual boss, and you're like, fuck, I had to start all the way back over because you get wiped.
I'm getting used to the fact that unlike Souls games or like even like Fallen Order, you don't just get your stuff back. You just lose half.
Yeah.
You lose it. It's gone. Unless you get lucky, you get that fortune thing. You lose it. You can't get it back. And I'm like, okay, that really punishes you for dying.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of punishment. Now, I don't remember. I've played it on PC. How are you on PC as well?
I did buy it on PC actually.
All right, good. So I was gonna say I don't know how the loading stuff is on
no, fine.
console.
Loading's fine. I am playing it with this guy.
You have been?
Yeah.
You are that. You are a nutcase. You are an absolute nutcase.
Feels great.
Just use an Xbox controller.
I'm not buying an Xbox controller, man. Super Famicom controller till I die.
You don't have one? You don't have an Xbox controller?
No. Why would I have one?
Use a DualShock.
No, not after the last time.
What happened last time?
DS3 was a nightmare to put on my computer.
Now it's just plug and play, I think.
I don't know.
With Steam it is.
I don't even want to bother with it.
Just fucking try it. I promise you. You just plug it in.
Last time I had to go through a bunch of drivers.
No, that's not. That was last time. Welcome to 2019, Doobie.
I'm not dealing with another 8 hours of that bullshit again. This works for me.
I promise you, if you got it through Steam at least, if you just plug the controller in and it works.
This works for me.
All right, fine. All right.
Super Famicom until I die.
I've been playing Path of Exile again. Got back into it. I wanted to check out all the new stuff, and I just got hooked again. I mean, the game is so addicting. Got hooked to the gameplay loop. I've been enjoying the blight stuff, which is cool. It's like this tower defense thing that's going on. I've restarted a character, so I started from level 0. I think I'm at like level 60 right now. So I want to.
You ain't even to maps yet, but you're doing
no,
good.
I haven't even gotten to the maps yet. I mean, I haven't even gotten to like. I'm only in like Act.
Have you even made it
right
through
now.
the newer acts, like acts 1 through 10?
I haven't went through the full thing since it was only 3 acts.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to catch up on because it's all gonna change soon.
There's so much shit.
Oh, dude, so you're going through
There's,
your
like,
first Katava
ascendancies.
fights, dude.
Yeah,
And
there's like ascendancies.
Oh,
There's just so much to go through.
what
But
did you
I'm-
think
I've been
of what did you
addicted
think
to
of the Act 5 Katava boss?
I don't. Which
Did it
one
kick
is
your
that?
fucking
Is that
ass?
one where it's like in the hole
You're on top of the tower.
and it's like hanging over like the? Let me Google it because I forget.
No,
I forget.
the Katava is the one where you're on top of the cathedral tower after you ran through the city.
Let me see.
And it's like the big god demon
Yes,
dude.
yes. Yeah, it whooped my ass a few times. It
Dude,
whooped
no,
my ass a
that
few times.
like when that fight first came out,
Which
so
was-
fucking hard.
Which sucked. Actually,
Guess
have a
what
big
though?
problem
Have you
with
made
Path
it
of
to, have you made it to Act 10?
no.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
like
so
at like
you're
6 or 7.
oh, you're really over leveled then. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you make it to Act 10, well, so you get to fight Katava again, but for real this time.
Okay, good. Good. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm around
Dude, the
like
game-
Act 6 or 7, something like that. But there's so much. I mean, there's so much new shit, and I have a few big problems with the game. They don't tell you anything.
True.
So I'm
no,
like,
that's always
wait,
been
what are
that's always
blights?
been the biggest problem
Wait,
with
what
the
are
game.
ascendancies? Wait, what is all this new shit? They don't tell you anything. Wait,
Like,
what are
well,
like? How do I get the current?
but it's very minimal information.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, you have to like YouTube everything, and that's what I've had to do. My other big problem is that I've crashed like 5 times. I have lost my
Really?
hardcore because it crashed on me.
Oh,
Yeah, like the
yeah,
blight
yeah,
maps
yeah.
have been crashing, which fucking.
That's
suck.
honestly more of an internet issue, I think.
Yeah, it just drops. It just the whole
Yeah.
thing just drops, and then I
Did
was
you
like,
switch
"What
to the-
fuck?" And then
Did
my
you
hardcore was
switch to
lost.
Did you switch to the newer mode or no? Because you can do lockstep or predictive, and that some of those sometimes help. It also depends on if you're playing it on Wi-Fi or if you're hardwired. I found
There
'cause
was
for
a
me,
thing
I
that
cannot
I
play
did
that game on-
change.
I can't play that game on Wi-Fi.
No, I'm not on
It,
Wi-Fi.
will crash. It'll crash like fucking crazy. It's not even that it crashes. You just like if you get hit with the lag spike, you're dead.
Yeah, I haven't had any lag or anything like that. It's just crashed. It's just dropped, just crashed. Game is done. And it's only been when the blight, like the tower defense thing, is going. So every time I do, because I want to do, because there's good loot there. Every time I
That-
do
I
it,
don't know, yeah.
I get a little nervous.
That might be an issue with Blight then. That's
Yeah,
a
I think
bummer.
it's an
Blight
issue.
is
There's a lot of
going-
people have had issues with it.
Blight is going to the full game once the season leaks over, though. So
Yeah.
they should fix it out by then.
Yeah, there's only a few days left on it. But my problem is like, they need to figure out a way where if you crash, you don't lose your fucking hardcore. Because that was like super. I was super upset because I was on a roll. Like my build was pretty legit. But then I lost it. I was like, all right, that kind of burned it a little bit.
It sucks, dude. No,
Yeah.
it sucks. It really fucking sucks.
I want to do a fucking nice hardcore run, and I was cruising, man. I was
when
feeling
you
good.
I'll put it this way: when you're getting back into the game, just don't play hardcore.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like the way the game's evolved, like and this is from a hardcore player, an
I just like the
ex-hardcore
whole
player.
not dying thing. Like
Go
I thought that added another
softcore.
challenge.
If you're well, no, it does, but like just especially with like a new league, sometimes there are like those kind of gimmicks, and like especially early on, like a couple leagues ago, it was overtuned to shit.
Yeah.
And like it was so easy to just lag a second and you're dead. Where
Yeah.
it's just right now the meta kind of is softcore. So especially if you're getting back into it, that I would just try softcore.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've back in regular, and I've just been
Especially if you
leveling
haven't seen any of those new fights, dude. You're
there's so
never
much
gonna
I
make
haven't
it to
seen.
maps before the season ends if you're just jumping straight into hardcore.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but I'm happy because I want to get I don't know a lot of the bosses, so I want to be able to know what they're like. That way, when I do do another run, then I'm like, all right, I know what to do. Because you die a lot when you don't know how a boss, like, their weaknesses and shit, or how they attack. Yeah, the Kataba one fucked me up. It's such a good fucking RPG though, man, because I like the reason why I got into Path of Exile in the beginning was because of the passive tree, and you could pretty much build anything, but now it's just on steroids, man. I mean, you can literally build anything you want, and it's so much fun. I just wish that there wasn't such a time investment, because I have like no currency. And it's pretty rough.
That's honestly, that's the biggest reason why I say do softcore first. Is like gear does cost more, but like then you're not losing your currency.
Yeah.
Or like your gear, which costs currency, things like that.
Yeah.
Because that's your actual big loss if you die in hardcore. Like the time is part of it, but it's more like did you have on that character?
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been leveling up and just running through it, trying to get through it before the season ends. I think I'll get through it. My character's pretty good. It's a caustic arrow build, which deals
you're doing
just like
that bullshit.
I mean, I haven't did a set build. I just started playing through it. Like, I just wanted to do it on my own.
That's no wonder you're dying too. Rangers are not in a good spot right now.
Oh, really?
Like bow builds.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It's an
okay spot.
I know like necromancers are like
3.0. Yeah, 3.9. The next, like in a week or two, that they're supposed to be reworking bow builds a lot and buffing them, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I want bow builds to be good again, because that's how I got into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't been good, as good for a long time now, honestly.
Yeah, I first had a Marauder, and then I was like, let me go range, and then I built like this caustic, like chaos elemental build. And that's been a blast. And just, yeah, I dig it. And I highly suggest if anyone enjoys RPGs, pick it up. You'll have a blast with it. It's free. I haven't spent a dime on it yet, but I'm getting to that point where I need some stash tabs.
I buy stash tab. I've bought stash tabs when they're on sale.
Yeah.
They go on sale.
I forgot how expensive their microtransactions are.
They
are legit insanely priced.
They are, but like it works because like people still spend boatloads of money on that game. So that game is entirely funded by whales.
I tell you what, I think Path of Exile is in this spot where they are straddling the line between like doing microtransactions the right way and then doing it the wrong way. And I really hope that they don't cross that line, because it's getting to the point where I feel like just like the whole thing with like the Tencent integration, the mobile game app, the microtransactions and stash tabs being like $20, they're just getting to that point where it's like, all right, just make sure that the game stays really good, because then I don't think they'll have that problem.
I think that's their goal, is to make sure the game stays really good. The other side to the like all of this stuff is kind of expensive, but it goes on sale a lot. What I was going to tell you is every third week of the month, buy stash tabs. If you want to buy stash tabs, they go like half off, like every third week.
Yeah.
Or weekend.
That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's when you buy your stash tabs, because then they'll go from $20 to like 13. But at the same time, like for me, that's all I've really ever bought in that game, where it's just like stash tabs. I bought like a couple other little things where it's like, yeah, I bought probably $40 worth of stuff, because I've probably put 2,000 hours into that free game.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy some shit, I guess.
Yeah, that's not too bad. But I remember being like, let me figure out how much 200 coins are. And I'm like, oh, it's $20.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck? That's a ton. I mean, some of the stuff looks cool, though. Like, I see some people, I'm like, wow, their build looks sick.
Some of their builds look cool, but yeah, some of the gear, it goes on sale a lot, but still, and they do offer, like, you can still earn a lot of free stuff by playing through the leagues and the challenges and stuff, but still, like, their microtransactions are another level.
And I will say another thing, I wish that there was a better way.
You watch a streamer, like, their microtransactions, you'll see their character, it looks pimped out, it looks sick. Then they'll be like, yeah, I spent $600 fucking dollars to make it look this way.
It's insane how expensive that there's so much that.
Dude, well, if you go to their forums, you when you buy their supporter packs, because you can buy the supporter packs and get microtransactions and also points for them, but it's also just a way to support them. Like that's their main like GoFundMe basically, or like main way of funding the game. You'll find people who like, this is why I say that game is funded by whales. You get a little badge for the level of supporter pack on the forums that you bought. And since it's been out so long, you see a person on the forum that has like fucking 30 of these goddamn badges for the $1,000 mark.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like they've spent $30,000 on this game.
That's fucking nuts. That's nuts.
And
That's
it's like it's not even it's nothing good. It's not even like loot boxes they've spent that money on. It's just straight up like, yeah, dude, I just like this game. I'm supporting it.
That's literally
insane.
Insanity. That's what, they're straddling that line. But the game is so good. Like I think the game is excellent. So they can have microtransactions in that way, because nothing does anything with the game other than the stash tabs. Nothing really affects the game at all.
The stash tabs is really what
you
straddles
need
that
stash
line.
tabs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need them. So
you don't
need them, but you
don't
should
need them.
have
But
them.
like, yeah, it's like that's like the one where it's like it's really hard to argue. Like, no, you should at least have more.
Yeah.
At your base,
and
level
those
of
are
stash
at least
tabs.
those are kind of relatively priced well, but
they're priced well. But at the same time, like I said, so I spent 2,000 hours in that game, probably according to Steam, where it's just like I've definitely got my money out of the $20 of stash tabs I bought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because they don't ever go away. You have them forever.
Mm-hmm.
And they transfer for every league. Every league I start with 20 fucking stash tabs.
Yeah.
And
I like how they have like the
that.
custom ones for like currency and shit, which is pretty cool.
Those are currency ones, so worth it.
Well, I mean, you should see my stash tabs now. They're just a goddamn mess.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right, maybe I should order this stuff. But I want to get through the game first. I want to get to maps and start.
Wait till they're on
really
sale,
leveling.
and then you'll wait till they're on sale. Then you'll get addicted. Then you'll buy the currency tab and the regular tabs and the premium
drops.
tabs.
They tweak drops.
You'll get the premium tabs, and then you'll also get the map tab, because the map tab's pretty dope too.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get all of them. But they tweak drop. Last time I played Path of Exile, legit. I mean, you got nothing. There's nothing dropping. But now you're getting like actual currency drops. You're getting good loot drops. So I'm happy that they
too much is the problem.
Sure,
now.
you're getting too much, but that's a much better problem to have than last time, which was like you got nothing. You know,
True.
You really had to get to endgame before you saw any chaos orbs. But now you can drop them anywhere.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Now it's gotten to the point where everyone runs loot filters because there's just too much shit. Basically.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. Actually, I'm gonna do that tonight. I have to get a loot filter.
Never sync.
Yep. All right. Other than that, I've been playing Smash. I've realized I only have almost 700 hours on Smash already.
There you go. No, I was the one last thing too. My last shilling of Path of Exile. I'll put it this way. So there's that Exile Con a couple of weeks ago that I was going nuts about. There's a reason why the founders of Blizzard North, aka the two creators and lead developers of Diablo 1 and 2, didn't go to BlizzCon. They went and spoke at ExileCon.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I am excited for Diablo 4.
I am, but Path of Exile killed a lot of that hype for me. I'm going to be being honest.
Yeah. I don't know if it killed that hype, but it's definitely... I am hyped for Exile 4, Diablo 4. But yeah, Path of Exile is the game to beat. I mean, it's just unquestionable. The game is just massive. It's massive.
Talking about your Smash addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, next week is Game Awards, so maybe that fifth character gets announced.
Oh yeah, well,
it's Jeff Keighley.
Wasn't there something about Resident Evil being in the game?
Oh,
so they had spirits.
There's
Resident Evil
spirits.
had a spirits event, yeah, and then like people had a whole discussion of whether or not spirits, quote unquote, deconfirms characters. Like the whole joke is
that's how they're going to announce Resident Evil 3 on Switch.
When characters, Switch couldn't run it. When characters,
Ken, it's from 1997.
Never say never.
Remake, not the remake. But yeah, no, like how like Me Fighter outfits and stuff like that, quote unquote, deconfirms characters from being DLC.
I mean, I think it does, right? I would say so.
I would say so.
It's a way for them to say it's in the game without actually creating a moveset and balancing it.
Yeah, no, it's a way for them to celebrate it. So that's what they had with Resident Evil. And you got to remember, like, Resident Evil does have a good history on Nintendo platforms. Resident Evil 4 was a GameCube exclusive for a long time.
I played Resident Evil 2, I believe, on Nintendo 64. I think that was the console I played it on.
It was on the 64, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I played it.
It was awful. We played so much better on PlayStation 1, but
yeah. Yeah, so I realized I have probably 700 hours now because I played a lot recently. And my thing is, I haven't played any game that much in a long time. So it just has to be my game of the year, right? I feel like it just has to be.
You got to start putting in some work into learning competitive. You're gonna put in 700 hours in the damn thing.
I was thinking about it actually.
Start being the next top esports player.
I was actually thinking about it. I might
get that no life clout.
I might. I mean, I'm legitimately addicted to it, and I've been addicted to it ever since it's gotten released. I play it every single day. I love the game. So for that, I mean, it has to just be my game of the year. But I want to give it to Sekiro, because Sekiro I just felt was just so much more. Like, it was like the love letter to the Souls franchise, which I was a huge fan of, and I've been playing them for a few years now. But Smash, I mean, it's just so addicting, man. I'm telling you, man,
you live in Philly. You got like just one of these Wednesdays. Just take the 10-minute walk or whatever it is to 3rd Street, local host arena, where they have tournaments on Wednesdays.
I think I will.
Pay your $10 entry fee and your the $20, so your $10 entry fee and your $10 game fee.
Yeah.
And get 0-2 bodied. And realize how not good you are. It's great. No, you can totally do that and then like talk to people who actually play the game competitively.
I would love to vlog it too, get some content out of it.
Yeah, I mean the dudes. I'm in the Discord for the dudes. So they do a fighting game podcast over there. Double Tap on the Mashless Buttons Network, and those guys are pretty cool. And they're totally accepting of people.
Yeah.
So they're more into regular like fighting games than Smash, but they definitely have like Smash tourneys there.
Yeah, I think I might do that. I'll do a little competing.
It's always cool to see where you stack up.
Yeah, I want to see where I'm at. I mean, I don't even think I'm that good, but I can hold my own. Like, I think I understand it pretty well, and I think it could be good content. We'll see how far I can get.
Gotta remember your online matches are gonna be a lot different than in person.
I know, that's the thing.
See you on land, kid.
Why does my character move so smoothly?
Why does this guy know the exact matchup and takes me to his stage? Yeah, that's Dude, actually tough.
Onliners is a real fucking thing. It's a real fucking thing.
Yeah, they just spam the K rule combo. Online K rules, man.
Dude, I mean, that's in every game, in every esport competition, like, period. Because like you have kids who get too used to playing with a certain set of lag, and then you take that away, and they're just lost. Because there's like, if you're thinking about it at a high level, lag is a tool. Like, there's ways to totally abuse lag in every video game to your advantage.
When Smash 4 introduced For Glory and it was Final Destination only, there was no battlefield. It was like, all right, you're going to play against other people, but when you go to a tournament and you realize that Final Destination is only one stage out of a multitude of stages you can pick from, you realize very quickly how your strategies that work online do not work in person.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see Leffen play in DreamHack? And then basically he was like, I don't like Smash Ultimate after he won it.
I'm blocked on Twitter by Leffen.
Oh, really?
Fuck him. I don't give a fuck. Leffen can fuck off. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he won and then was like, I hate Ultimate. I never want to play it again.
All he does is bitch and complain and then posts a bait trying to get people to be salty about things. That's all he does.
He is a very emotional.
That's a lot of the fighting games community.
He's a very emotional.
Can be a lot of them, but Leffen, I posted one GIF of, I think my reply to him once was like, "Oh look, Leffen's back on his bullshit," and it was the GIF.
And then he got banned.
It was the gif of Barry from or is it Barney? Whoever Neil Patrick Harris's character is from How I Met Your Mother, doing the blow your brains out thing, and I was blocked. I was like, whatever.
He blocked you real quick.
Whatever.
All right, well, let's get into news. This is a funny story from Kotaku, which is Jerry's favorite website. That's what he said before the show. Man accused of using his PlayStation 4 to sell cocaine. Last month, the FBI got in touch with Sony and requested info on a PS4 user who it's alleged has been using the PS network to sell cocaine at $34,000 per kilo. Dude, you're right. Fuck Kotaku. They can't write. As Motherboard report.
No, they fucking can't.
This is the sentence. As Motherboard reports, the request came in the form of a search warrant filed on October 22nd, which was asked. Dude, I can't read this. I'm all right. Moving on. I'm not reading it anymore.
Dude, no, this is the problem with Kotaku is they have two of the best writers in games journalism, and then everything else is just trash.
Yeah.
And it's almost always wrong. This is coming out in the esports because of Richard Lewis at the esports awards. But he's just been making a list of like how many times Kotaku and Polygon have fucked up and just completely made up facts. And it's kind of astounding.
Well, like the Gawker Vox like media sphere is it's so bad, dude. They have such good writers and some of them. There's such good writing potential over there.
Yeah.
But it's just like a fucking it's blog. So they get any old schmuck to write anything they want.
Didn't they recently tell what's the sports site? They told them to stop writing about anything non-sports related.
Oh, Deadspin.
Yeah, they told Deadspin no more articles if it doesn't involve strictly sports. Or it's not. Yeah, I think you'll get fired.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. The only one writer on Kotaku worth following, and what's his name? Jason Schreier. Yeah,
Jason Schreier, and then
worth reading.
Cecilia. She's the other one. Everyone else is trash.
Yeah.
And even Cecilia's not on the same level as Jason Schreier.
And Jason Schreier, he's the guy, and it sucks that he's on Kotaku because, I mean, they must pay him a lot of money to be there. They must pay him a lot of money.
Dude, it's New York City. It's all just
Kotaku.
It's all inbreeding, basically.
Yeah. Kotaku is the Facebook gaming of video game journalist sites.
Yeah. Sometimes they get a good scoop though, like his story.
That's what I'm saying. Is they have Jason Schreier, who is like the best, and they have Cecilia. Cecilia's the one who broke that huge riot story.
Yeah,
like she does her shit too. They have like two super fucking good journalists, and the rest is as the Motherboard report.
This is unreadable.
And I imagine Kotaku is paying them a ton more money than like Polygon or IGN would offer them.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why he's there.
They have to be paying them out the ass.
That's why he's there.
Like, just like look at this is talking about the recent thing with like FB Gaming and YouTube and Mixer paying all these Twitch streamers to leave, and then you look back and see that they're good streamers, but they go to Facebook and now they're averaging like a very small fraction of what their Twitch viewer base was, but they got paid in the short term.
Yeah, you talking about Zero?
Zero was one of them. You'll see, he starts strong, but you'll see in like a month where those numbers are dwindled.
Well, I watched this thing on ESPN, which they do esports stuff, and he was saying like, look, Twitch doesn't support anyone. Like, it's a great platform. The eyes are there, but they don't support anyone. Facebook, if I want to put on a tournament, Facebook's going to back me up with financially. If I want to do this with a celebrity, they're going to back me up financially. Mixer's going to do the same thing. All these other companies are going to do the same. Twitch is fucking up, man. Twitch is really fucking up, and they need to snap out of it. They need to get some real management over there. That way they can empower their users.
As Pay Money Wubby showed, dude, and that's the tip of the iceberg, because I've been deep into the train wrecks bullshit.
Yeah, Pay Money got banned for a couple days.
Yeah, incorrectly. No, dude, the whole Twitch has been fucking up hard. I will say one thing I did see that was funny in streamer news earlier today. There is this one chick who's a DJ, and she's begging for a partnership, but she released a video and sent it to Twitch of just her DJing, and it was like some 2002 era's rap beat like going hard in the paint, like sounds like it's gonna be some like sick diss track bullshit. She just straight cut, like stops it like at the perfect timing. She doesn't use headphones either, which is weird, but kind of awesome. Stops it at the perfect spot. So it just switches to the Smiths, please let me get what I want, while she's just like deadpan staring in the camera, not moving.
For a Twitch partnership?
To try to get Twitch partnership. And I'm just like, dude, okay, that's pretty fucking dope.
Did she get
Like,
partnered?
Yeah, that's
I don't know, because like that's the
another-
shitty part is like there's so much good content and creators on Twitch where it's like
that's
it's annoying
It's-
seeing Twitch kind of fail.
Yeah.
that's the issue too. Is like affiliate. There's a clear guideline of how to get affiliate. You can hit these numbers and then you apply, and you usually get it because you hit the benchmarks. Partnership, there's benchmarks, but even if you're exceeding those benchmarks, you can apply and they'll deny you.
Yeah.
There's no like, hi, I hit these benchmarks. Now I'm qualified for it. I should get it.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee, and there's also there's no rhyme or reason to their banning process. Like we can just mention alinity for crying out loud, and you'll notice the discrepancy is completely awful.
Well, and it's just like
This chick eats her cat. She throws her cat. She feeds her cat vodka. Nothing.
but there's just no there's no consistency, and what that does is just my biggest problem with Twitch is that there's no algorithm. Like there's no way to like recommend streamers. It's just a mess. Like when I don't want to watch just Summit at the top. Like I don't want to see just the same streamers at the top of every category.
You don't
Like,
want to
if
watch
you wanna-
Asmongold every single day.
Yeah,
at the
just
top
like
of Twitch
recommend
now.
like streamers who you think I would like because they stream this type of content. I mean, it's not
Well, no, they
difficult
only
to
they only
make an algorithm.
recommend certain partners that they vet and can go with, because at the same time that is a double-edged sword, because also there's a lot of times where Twitch has lost sponsorships basically because of other people like just going on and being idiots during the sponsor time, and you're just kind of ruining it for everyone. There's one guy who I won't say his name, but like he got sponsored through Twitch and was doing it as a Twitch partner, like special stream. He got sponsored for McDonald's and just sat there for the entire 6-hour stream talking about how he wanted Wendy's and fucking Whoppers.
Why?
And then
Oh
it's-
my god, how
and then
is
it's
that
just like-
dumb?
Yeah, and then there McDonald's is gone from Twitch for the next 3
Yeah.
years. Like
Yeah, and
Definitely
I will
don't
say
do
is
that.
like if you're trying to grow a stream, like it really just comes down to you have to network super hard.
Or bring an audience. That's what a lot of people say. Just bring an audience
Bring an
over
audience
to Twitch.
over to Twitch.
Because then you're gonna
or-
stack up when you have that audience watching you, and that'll put you in the views. And that's the only real way to do it. There's no algorithm.
or-
There's no
yeah, like I
recommended.
said, a lot of the time you also gotta just network with people and hope that you might get that good host, that good raid, and then a couple of those and consistency. Or you just do all the right things and you just never break it because it's a flooded market.
Yeah. All right. Resident Evil 3 remake leaked cover art on PSN. I am pumped. I know Jerry's not pumped, but I'm pumped, baby.
I think it totally makes sense. They did all the work to pretty much recreate 2. You just reuse those assets, add in a few more for what you need for 3, and
This new
Pump out 3.
Nemesis looks sick.
when are we getting? I just want to know when we're gonna get the Nemesis gonna give it to you mod. I loved RE3. RE3 was one of my Nemesis. I actually liked Nemesis more than RE2 as a kid.
I don't know if I did, but I did like it a lot.
I thought Nemesis was a
loved all of
much
them.
cooler, badass like monster than Mr. X was.
Yeah, Nemesis is pretty dope. But I mean, just knowing what they did with Mr. X, I cannot wait to see what they do with Nemesis. I'm so pumped. This is gonna be phenomenal. Hopefully they keep the same sort of spark that they brought with Resident Evil 2's remake, because I'm just pumped.
Yeah, they put enough time and effort into the engine, into all the resources, so it just makes sense for them to do this
Yeah.
because they're gonna make money on it, and you've already essentially put in all this money into it. Just make more money.
Yeah. Persona 5 Royal Western release date revealed. This is like that fighting game?
No, this is the like pretty much like the quote unquote definitive edition of Persona 5.
What was the fighting thing that you were talking about?
Scramble was the like Dynasty Warriors
Yeah,
game.
Dynasty Warriors game. Yeah.
And that's coming in. I don't remember if the date was announced.
All right, so this is an enhanced edition of Persona 5 with added characters, confidants, quests, and general quality of life improvements.
Yeah, so they said it's still, despite all the added stuff, because of the quality of life changes that save time, it's still another 100-hour RPG. So it's still about the same length as Persona 5. And then some people have complained that a lot of the stuff is added at the very end, where it feels all tacked on to the end game. Either way, I mean, Persona 5 is a great game. I wanted to replay it anyway, but I'll replay the definitive edition version. And the only problem I have with it, March has way too many games right now.
I don't know.
Because the beginning of the month is
no such thing.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm not an Animal Crossing fan, but Animal Crossing is in March. I know Jerry's excited for Animal Crossing.
What other games? Last of Us?
Yeah, right. That's March.
What else?
March has got 4
another one.
huge titles.
Maybe just Last of Us is in March.
Well, there was Watch Dogs, but that got pushed.
Nah, who cares? Neo 2.
Oh, is that March?
Yep, that's coming out in March.
Man.
All right, I'll tell you right now.
Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal's March, right? That's March 20th.
Yep.
Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal come out on the same day.
Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga.
Neo 2 and Final Fantasy VII Remake are on the same day.
All right, whatever.
Cool. Man, that's Half-Life Alyx is apparently March.
Oh yeah.
Is
all right,
March
well,
be
speaking of which, Valve wants to make more Half-Life games, but has to wait and see how Half-Life Alyx performs.
All I'm gonna say is 2 weeks ago, who called that shit?
You did. You certainly called it. And here's a quote. When Verge asked Spryer if Alyx marks a full return to the series and if fans should expect more, he said, yes, it's probably no surprise that many people at Valve have been wanting to get back to the Half-Life universe for a long time, and this experience has only reinforced that. In the process of creating Half-Life Alyx, we've had to explore new ways to tell stories with these characters and this world. We've discovered a lot of new gameplay experiences that will go beyond what we've been able to do before. Of course, we'll have to wait and see how people react to Half-Life Alyx once it's out, but we'd love to continue pushing forward. Sounds like a big old excuse to your boy.
Hi, the future of this game franchise that you really like hinges upon how well a VR title sells.
Yeah.
Boys, Half-Life 3 ain't coming, and when Alyx sells decently well, they'll go, Half-Life market just isn't there.
I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like.
They're looking for an out.
I don't know why they would say that.
They've been looking for an out for a long time. They make too much money off of Dota and Steam and
but you know how much
microtransactions.
You know how much development would have had to gone to make this game? That's what I don't get. I mean, this is going to be like that landmark VR game. I hope. I mean, that's what everyone's been saying who's played part of it.
And it's great for people who have VR, but I mean, I still view VR as an enthusiast thing.
It is. And I'm curious to know exactly how well do they expect it to sell? I'm curious to know, like, what are their standards for if it's doing well?
What's the attach rate need to be for VR headsets to game purchases?
It's got to be better than Artifact. I think that's all they care about.
All right. Oh, next, Quantic Dream found guilty of not fulfilling security obligations toward employees. Paris Label Tribunal has found Heavy Rain developer Quantic Dream guilty of not fulfilling security obligations towards employees by failing to address cases of harassment and toxic working conditions. Claims of toxic atmosphere at the French studio first came to light in January 2018 when not safe for work photos of Quantic Dream's employees leaked, along with claims of inappropriate workplace conduct and a poor environment. I mean, it just sounds like a just terrible place to work at. Terrible place. Since then, Quantic Dream has lost at least one court case tied to the allegations, and a number of other former employees stepped up publicly to corroborate the damning claims made against the studio. Quote, the cases are not done yet, though, as this same IT manager appealed over another humiliating photo montage, which has not been considered in the first condemnation. Quantic Dream, on the other hand, pressed charges back against its former IT manager, claiming that he stole internal data before resigning from the company. Note that Quantic Dream also filed a defamation claim against Mediapart and Le Monde, the two newspapers which broke the news over a year ago.
Yeah, they're suing people suing them.
It's not looking like a good situation.
Ugly. It is ugly as hell for Quantic Dream, and if you want any more future David Cage games.
Yeah. Oh well. Don't care. See you later. Jim Ryan says Sony's no longer in the business of producing handhelds. Womp womp womp. The Switch stole it all. They stole all their business.
We knew this. We knew this when the Vita sold really underperformed in sales in the West.
This is what you do.
There's no market for it right now for them, and Nintendo pretty much like grabbed a hold of it with the Switch. You would have to make a Switch. You would have to make a PlayStation Switch.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's exactly what you do. It's very
and
simple.
They don't want to do it. That's
very simple. Do the same exact design. Get one of these NVIDIA Tegra processors. Get a little downscaling system. Slap a nice little 720 display on there. Wrap it in a fucking DualShock.
I will say this about Sony. In their last two handhelds, they would find a way to fuck it up, because nothing was as annoying as UND discs on the PSP, and then a proprietary expensive memory card for the Vita.
Yeah,
two things that they could have easily avoided, and they somehow didn't.
Yeah, well, they're not doing it anymore, so there you go.
I can't blame them. It's at this point, it's an uphill battle that they don't want to fight.
I mean, you know how many fucking industries they're in? They're just like, no, we're not even gonna bother.
Oh God, yeah.
They've got enough. A fucking blip on their radar.
They've got toes in at least 30 different things.
Yeah. 30? It's like hundreds.
Probably 300.
It's like hundreds of fucking industries that they're leading in. That they're fucking leading in. The handheld gaming market, they're like, let Nintendo.
Yeah, let Nintendo have one.
Yeah, let them have one. Some Apex stuff here. Oh my God, you're still putting up Apex news. Much needed change to Apex Legends progression system finally comes only on PC. Console still waiting for the patch. All right, what's going on here?
Player progressions have now changed from, like where you reached level 100, you stopped getting packs, you stopped, really getting anything. You got all those tokens that you couldn't do anything with.
Yeah.
Well, they've changed it to now a 500 cap. Anyone who hit 100, who stayed at 100, gets a retroactive 14 packs to open. And now it's level 500 from between level 22 to level 300. You get a one pack every 2 levels. From 305 to 500, you get one every 5
Jerry,
levels.
I can hear you breathing in the mic.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you now essentially they made it so that you can get more packs, which is a good thing, because if you want people to keep coming to your game, it's a free-to-play game, you can't have them run out of incentive early.
Yeah.
No, you charge them $9 for it, and then you can only get 2 things.
Yeah,
of course. And they added a bunch of other stuff like gun charms, which is just another cosmetic. And they apparently, I've heard hearing.
I feel like I haven't played this game in forever.
They are introducing, was it SSMB or SSBM, like similar strength matchmaking. So they're trying to make it so that the matchmaking is putting people of equal skill with each other, instead of like one, maybe a handful of very good players with all terrible trash players. I still play the game, not as much as I used to, but I definitely do load it up and play a few matches here and there.
Yeah, it's been a while. Rumor going around that aside from Metroid Prime Trilogy Remaster, there's work on a 2D Metroid after success of Samus Returns on 3DS. Okay.
So with the whole Metroid Prime 4 thing,
Remake.
a lot of people were expecting that the trilogy remaster would come to Switch, which just made sense. You know, you're going to release the fourth game in a franchise that hasn't been around since the Wii, so you're going to want to pretty much give people the option to play those first 3 games before getting into the fourth one. And with the, of course, with the whole Retro Studios taking over and pushing this game years back, that got pushed back. But Samus Returns was really good on the 3DS. I wouldn't mind another 2D Metroid, honestly. Kind of like how they did the Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
Give me another 2D. You can totally do 2D Metroid still, even on the Switch, because as long as your gameplay is good and as long as your puzzles are great, I'll play it.
I'm so far away from it. How?
I don't know. It's loud.
It's hilarious, though. It's like Darth Vader. Wayne, I am your father. But I mean, I like Metroid, so I mean, and the 3DS is a dead system, so.
Oh, you don't say? They keep trying to fucking bring shit on it. Just fucking kill the goddamn thing.
It got a new update to its software.
No, it didn't.
It actually did get a new update.
No, it didn't. Just let it die. You have the Switch, the best-selling fucking console ever made.
I don't think any games are even scheduled to come out anymore on it. They just support
that's good,
the operating system. That's it.
That's good. All right. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 coming to PS5 sooner than we think, in quotes. What? What does this even mean?
Yeah, so what's his name? Oh god, what's this guy's name?
I don't know.
Khan.
What are you asking me?
Imran Khan. Yeah, he used to be a former Game Informer writer.
Oh, yes.
Kind of funny podcast.
Yes. I listen to them all the time.
And they were talking about, he essentially said Spider-Man 2 probably not coming at launch. I think it's a Christmas 2021 title. To which co-host Fran Mirabello says, I don't agree with that. And he's pretty much says, I know too much. I can't speculate that much. It's coming sooner than you think.
So sooner than Christmas, honestly, 2021.
And with the way that they've pushed all of the PS5 stuff with oh, hey, look at the loading and everything. They've been using Spider-Man 1, the original Spider-Man game on that PlayStation 4 to show off the loading times. And I think it makes sense that they do that for a reason. And Spider-Man was a huge seller for them. That getting Spider-Man 2 out there, especially on the PS5, with those loading times is a big selling point, is a smart move.
Yeah. So
because they're gonna lead off with of course you're gonna have Last of Us Part 2 on there. That Ghost of Tsushima game, which I want to see again.
I forgot that was even a game.
Because that game looked good, but it's not coming on PS4. That's a PS5 title.
I guess it is.
Yeah, that's definitely confirmed now at the point where they haven't talked about it and we're so close to the PS5 announcement.
It has to be a launch title. So Spider-Man 2 going to be a launch title?
I don't think it will. It will definitely be in the first year, but it won't be a launch title.
Come on, launch with it, dude. Launch with it. Get them to start crunching these motherfuckers. Get them to launch.
It'll launch with The Last of Us Part 2 for PS5 with
Yeah, but Last of Us Part 2 will probably be a launch title. Don't you think?
Yeah. It'll launch with it. And then it'll launch with Ghost of Tsushima, that Sucker Punch game.
So you're saying it is going to be a launch title?
Last of Us Part 2?
No, Spider-Man.
No. Spider-Man won't. Ghost of Tsushima will be.
Oh, I'm talking about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man won't be a launch title. It'll be a first-year title, but it won't be a launch title.
Yeah. I think they should crunch them. Get it out at launch.
They own Insomniac at this point, so yeah.
Just say sorry. We had to crunch them. We wanted to get this out at launch. We would all understand. The health of your employees doesn't matter at this point.
Final Fantasy Part 2, 7 Part 2 will be launched. No, it won't be a launch title.
Yeah, I am so excited for the future of all of these games, man. So good.
Yeah,
They're saying here plenty of hints that Horizon 2, God of War 2, Spider-Man 2, all in the works. Well, come on, let's go.
There's a lot of good sequels.
Oh yeah.
On PS5.
I really hope they don't fuck any of those games up.
It's fine. I'll lose to Resident Evil 3.
Why does Sherry hate the Resident Evil series so much?
Code Veronica X remake. Let's go.
I want a fucking Resident Evil 2 remade again as a new game, but on PS5.
So the Nintendo strategy, got it.
Yes, exactly.
Sell it for a full $60. Halo Reach $10. Link's Awakening $60.
All right, let's get into some of this tech and we'll get out of here. The Irishman. Have you guys seen it?
No, so don't spoil it.
Oh, come on. What are you guys waiting for? What are you waiting
I've
for?
been
Fucking
working.
5 hours to watch a movie?
It's a 4-hour movie.
It's so long. It's so long. And I'm not a guy that is good with long movies. I'll say this.
It's the 10 Commandments long.
Yeah, it's like Godfather. It's about as long as Godfather. I'll say this too. I'm not a guy who can do that stuff, especially nowadays with phones and computer. I mean, I'm just so ADD. I did watch this whole movie. Like I sat there and I was just hooked on it the whole time. It's not even like it's not even like action-packed, thrilling. It's just so good. The performances are so good. It's definitely going to be an award winner. And I don't want to say too much because you guys haven't seen it. I'll wait till you guys see it. Just, I promise you, if you like gangster movies, you like mob movies, you'll like this. If you don't, then don't even bother watching it because you might find it extremely boring. This is like people who like history, you like mobsters, and you like, you know, the gangster stuff. It's really just a beautiful movie about mob life and the life of a gangster and Jimmy Hoffa. Excellent. I mean, what was weird is in the beginning, I would say the first like hour, which is like just the beginning, they do this thing with the faces. They make them look younger, and it's CG faces, and it's done really well. It's done really, really well, but it is a little distracting to me. And it was something that I was like, at first I was like, are those like, did they do some weird makeup on them? And then I found out that it's actually CG. They did like CG aging, and it's done well, but I'm curious to know what you guys think of that after you watch it. So definitely go watch it because I want.
Is there a mustache on any of the characters?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch this and think of Henry Cavill as Superman.
No. Well.
Okay.
No. Kind of though. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's actually done really well. It's just noticeable, in my opinion. There's that uncanny valley thing going on, and you're just like, it seems a little too, I don't know. You got to see it. Fucking, this is easily, what's his name? Joe Pesci's best movie. This is his best role I've ever seen. He's so good in it. He's not the Joe Pesci that you guys are like, you know, like, hey, Joe Pesci. He's like this really, he's just an excellent character. I can't wait to hear what you guys think.
I can't wait for Joe Pesci to eventually play Rudy Giuliani in the Donald Trump movie.
Yeah, that'd be great. Actually, that would be great. I mean, just so many good performances. Al Pacino's performance as Jimmy Hoffa is so good. Everyone is excellent in it, and I think that's what really hooks me into it. It is like a sad story. It's just really long. You have to have 4 hours in your day to dedicate to it because you're gonna get hooked. If you like this kind of stuff, you will get hooked and you'll want to finish it. And 4 hours is a lot of time. It goes by pretty slow. So be ready for that. Other than that, I would easily give it. I mean, it's up there, 10 out of 10. It's one of Scorsese's best. I watched all his movies. Is it as good as The Departed? Yeah, it's up there, but I did dig it. Okay, I bought a MacBook Pro. I bought the new MacBook Pro, 16-inch.
Keyboard on it's nicer. I got to play with one, and the screen is.
Everything is just nicer.
Thank fucking God they finally caught up to the rest of the world with bezels.
Yep, bezels are
like you
nice.
Don't think you're gonna notice it, but then when you're actually like playing with it, it's a huge upgrade.
Yeah, the screen makes it also look and feel bigger, which might be a downside for people. You might want to wait till the 14-inch comes out. But overall, it's such a complete package. It's quick. I mean, it's insane when 4K 60 or 4K 30 frames per second footage, 120 1080p footage, fucking straight up like raw footage plays better on that laptop than it does on my desktops, which it's a testament to Final Cut. But the machine is really, really quick, and I've been extremely happy with it so far.
That's pretty big because like I wouldn't even bother doing most of that stuff on a laptop for the most part.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like I'm actually thinking like taking the office computer, bringing it here, using it as a dedicated streaming rig, and then actually just using that for all of the office stuff, all of the office editing, all that shit.
Yeah.
All right. And then lastly, Larry and Sergey have quietly left Alphabet for some reason, and The Verge has this very long piece here that I think you guys should check out, which kind of goes through their history at Alphabet and Google. Very interesting. Like they kind of took a step back from Google. Sundar kind of took the role. They're giving him all control now. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I guess they don't want to work. It kind of seems that way. They're fucking billionaires, so they're just like, all right, let's call it quits and go have some fun. Even though it's kind of been that way for them for a while, they've never really done much at Google other than
but like
start
now there's lawsuits in multiple countries against them, so they're kind of like, I don't have to deal with this.
True, very true. Yeah, Google is in a tough spot in a lot of spots, so it does make sense for them to be like, you know what, Sundar.
Well,
it's all you,
and
buddy.
it's not even necessarily that bad. It's just like over the last 3 years, they've been having suit after suit pile up against them, and some of them have been legitimate and some of them have been EU being a little crazy.
Yeah,
but I feel like they're
not
just
the
at
same
that point
Google they started.
It's that, but then it's also like I think they're at that point where like why do they have to care? They don't. Like,
yeah,
they just want to go do whatever the fuck they want to do.
I am curious as to why. I'm curious as to like what their role is from now on. Like, I'm sure they still have some sort of influence on Google, but it's from what I've read here, it sounds like it's just like they're done. Like they're out. They're relinquished all control, and they're kind of just taking their chips and running off the table, which is kind of expected, but it's still kind of interesting. I mean, Google where they're at now is just a way different spot than it was when it was just search, when it was just web services. It's like Amazon now. It's a massive company. So I wouldn't. It's not very surprising here. And I think that's pretty much it for the No Life Show. We'll come back to you guys next week. Jerry's gonna continue breathing in the mic.
Yeah, dude, I give up.
Yeah, we'll come back to you guys next week. I want to do next week. I think we should do our best of 2019. What do you guys think? You think we should do it next week, or do you think we should do it? Because what's the week after? That's kind of what I want to. We could do it next week, or we can do it the week after, or we can take a little vacation from the week after, the week after that, and then we would maybe come back that following week, which would be the new year. I think we should do it next week.
I'm down for sooner.
Yeah, I think we should do it next week, and
just get it over with.
December 12th is the Game Awards, so next Thursday. So we do ours right before Game Awards.
Okay, that would be perfect.
Or we can do
it right before.
Do it right before or after. Just get it over with. It's Resident Evil 2. It's killing me.
I hope it wins now. I hope it wins. If it wins, I'm gonna fucking buy the award and ship it to Jerry.
Do it, dude.
All right, we'll do it next week. We'll do our best of 2019 next week. So we'll do a bunch of categories too. I'll make a bunch of categories for us. All right, catch y'all next week. Bye bye.